Okay, so this is gonna be a movie review, and before I start, I want to say this video will be about spoilers because it's gonna be a review of the new Batman movie, The Soul of a Dragon, and I want to first of all I want to say I think a really good movie because you have very good martial artists in the movie, like you have Ben Turner, the Bronze Tiger, you have Shiva, you have Richard Dragon, and you have obviously have Batman. And I think for me, originally, it's a classic comics with Richard Dragon and Ben Turner. Ben Turner is one of the absolute best martial artists ever in DC Comics, and you can, if you do like the top four, you can say Richard Dragon number one, Ben Turner number two, Shiva number three, and Batman number four. And now you know how good they are. When I say Batman is number four, it means they're extremely good fighters, and I think they're the best of the best. And I think it's so cool. And you have the O Sensei, the person that trained Ben Turner. The backstory of example quickly about Ben Turner is that Ben Turner was living in a place, very poor neighborhood in America, and one day his parents was attacked of a drug dealer, and Ben Turner saved them when he killed the drug dealer with a kitchen knife. So because Ben Turner wanted to control his anger, so he go to different martial artists, and all of them tricked him because they want to use him, and then he go to O Sensei, and O Sensei learned him to start to control his anger. So after that, when he was older, Ben Turner was hired as an assassin under the name of because he was brain control of the Hand, and he was under the turned to be an assassin for the Hand under the cover name of Bronze Tiger. And all bodies know have read the Suicide Squad comics. We know that Bronze Tiger was one of the leaders of the Suicide Squad, and so his original name is Ben Turner. His original come from the comics Red Dragon. So Richard Dragon is Ben Turner's good friend. So yes, I think the movies was really good. That they have all the influence from, like example, if you like all classical movies like James Bond, and you have connection from the Bruce Lee movies, and you have all that kind of connection together, like Bruce Lee, James Bond, and so I think that was very nice, and it was so very nice to see other characters in a movie that is not as famous for the mainstream media. For example, not many people know about the Bronze Tiger, aka Ben Turner, or Richard Dragon, his original form and so on, history behind it, and obviously Lady Shiva, that is a leader of the drug cartel. Is one of the absolutely best female fighter ever is Shiva. And I think that's very cool. And the story is about a legendary sword that they have. The sword is a key to open the gate to release the snake demon Naga, or the guard. I don't know how to say the snake guard Naga. And they need a human sacrifice, or sacrifice themselves to open the gate to release Naga, and so there is the sword is a key. Simple word to say, is a key. Yeah, I think that is that with the movie. They have lots of fight. They go back to the backstory a little bit in the movie, how Bruce Wayne find this place, and we know originally that Bruce Wayne was trained of the League of the Assassin when he turned to Batman. So it's interesting here that they put him with the so originally Batman was never in the comics with the Ben Turner the Dragon Ben Turner sorry Richard Dragon and Ben Turner, they was connected in the comic. It's a martial arts comic for DC. Yeah, so they put in Batman in the movie. So they start to fight. So all of them, yeah, it's connected with the fight and all the movie. Then they have to train and they have to stop the Snake organization that want to release the Naga. And obviously, O-Sensei was when he was when they released, he come out and he was under the control of the Naga. So it's a very cool that yeah, I think it's very cool to see all this kind of thing. I think it's a classical movie. It's a classic fight martial art movie. Like it's a classical theme from the 80s. Yeah, it was a good movie. The reason why I like this movie so much was because of Ben Turner, the Bronze Tiger, because Bronze Tiger is one of my absolutely favorite character from DC universe ever. That is the reason why I really like him. I think he's a really cool character, and is a character. Strangely enough, that is very few people talk about. If you're not like an extreme fan of DC, then you maybe know about Ben Turner. But it's not it's not a new. He is not a new character. He was a very old character, but he was like a DC universe. It's a big universe, and because Ben Turner and Richard Dragon was belonged to a separate side of DC that was more focusing on martial art and less on the superheroes, like example Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, and so on. So it was more, yeah. That's because I think Ben Turner and Richard Dragon was not as famous as Batman or Wonder Woman or Superman or and so on. Yeah, but it was a very good movie. I strongly recommend it. It's a very good movie, and the movie is also called this Soul. One thing to forget before I end this video is that the cool thing with the weapons. If you are like a weapon, you like weapons like history weapon with swords on. Interesting that they use shiny sword, the sword that will protect the key to the gate to release the snake guard, and the stone that can cut stone is a Guandao. It's a Guandao sword. So it's very also when they are open in the airplane in the movie, you can see different kind of blades. One blade you see is some kind of a kukri. So you see different weapons from different cultures in different places in the movie. I think it's very cool. Often in like this kind of movies, you only see like katanas or like Japanese weapons, but it's cool to see weapons from different places. I think it was very cool to see, and yeah, and this kind of thing. Yeah, that was my movie review for the Soul of Dragon. Was a good movie. Okay.